All right, so have you ever wondered why some of your media assets, your audio, your images, your video, they'll stick around in Media Library after you delete them while others just disappear completely? Listen, it's not random, it's not a bug, it just depends on how you brought those original assets into Storyline. So that's really what determines whether or not they're deleted. So let me show you what I mean. And this is probably one of those questions that comes up most frequently. So I have this image of a cyclist. I'm just going to right click and find this in Media Library. So come down here, Media Library, just so I can see it. Now, the image right here is on the slide. If I delete it, it may or may not delete from my Media Library. I would like to know if it is. I can see down here that I have a folder which tells me I know at least where I brought this into the course, but notice how I can't delete the image from my slide. Well, if I select the image right here on the slide and delete it, it's gone. It's removed from Media Library. So if I don't know where that image is, if I don't know necessarily where it came from, I really don't have a way to get it back unless, of course, I go find it or search for it. So I'm going to undo that. So why did that one delete? Well, here's why. Let me say, let's do it this time. I'm going to delete the image, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the image in to Media Library from Media Library. I'm not going to insert it on the slide. I'm actually just going to import images into Media Library. So we talked about that earlier on, where as a best practice, sometimes batch importing a bunch of images into your course is actually a really smart way because now you make them available. If I bring it into my course from the import picture from file, and I go find cyclist right here, there it is, I open it. Notice how I brought it into Media Library, but it's not being used at all. If I insert it on the slide, now it's being used once, and there it is on the slide. However, because I imported this image into Media Library first, if I press delete, it's gone on the slide, but it's not gone from Media Library. So Media Library is going to hold on to that. So if you have images that you want to make always available, even though you're not sure where to use them, or you're going to delete them from the slide, use the import to Media Library feature first, get your library stocked with all those images, and then if you have to delete it from the slide because you don't want to use it there, you still have access to it. However, any images that you brought directly into your slide will just disappear when you insert them. So let's say beach right here. We'll go find beach. And I don't really know necessarily how I brought this image in, but if I select it down here and I press delete and it disappears, then I know that it was an image I just inserted on the slide. So if I don't know where that image is, then I'm going to have to find something else to replace that. So the key is, if you know that you want the images to remain, select import, load up your Media Library with those images, and then you can insert them, delete them, and they're going to remain on the slide. Now, let's undo that real quick. I'm going to come back. Let's see if I can't bring that image back. Maybe I have to click the slide. There we go. That should put that image back on my slide. Yeah. So if I want to delete this image, I can't delete this one or any other image if it's in use. So if it's on the slide, it's being used somewhere, you'll see that the trash can icon in the bottom right corner for deleting the files is grayed out, disabled. So there's no way for us to delete something that's in use, and that's actually super helpful. So if I wanted to remove this from my course, I would need to first go and replace that with a different image. Now, deleting graphics or assets from your library is actually really helpful. So what I usually do before I turn in a demo or a project, it's not unusual for me to have 20, 30 images down here at the bottom that all have zero uses. I mean, I just didn't use them. I thought I would, I didn't. So I might select them all with them selected and then just press delete to clean up my library. But just keep that in mind. The same thing holds true for audio files. If you bring in the audio file from the import, audio from file, you record mic, however you generate it, but if you're generating it from within Media Library, those files will be persistent even if you remove them from your Media Library. All right, well, there you have it. That's one of the most common questions that comes up from users about Media Library, is why some images or graphics or audio files remain in the library and others don't. So now you know how that works. If you play a lot of Storyline Jeopardy or trivia, that's a good one to save for the bonus round, because a lot of folks don't know that, but you do, and that's what's important.